Jhos and Julie are visiting us from the San Francisco area, where Julie is on the staff of Svara, the queer yeshiva, and also runs a private bar mitzvah program, and where Jhos is the Magid, the official storyteller of the San Francisco JCC.
Generally, the big container of Selichot, of these prayers seeking forgiveness, um, it's just a kind of a beautiful recognition and opportunity that our tradition offers to us. There's no expectation that we're not going to be human. There's no expectation that we're not going to make mistakes. Of course we are. And so having a toolkit, having a set of practices to first really touch in with ourselves with real depth and honesty, to have some spaciousness, to really examine our lives and to find the ways that what we had imagined or hoped for ourselves, some of those things have happened and many things haven't happened. And to start to think about that repair work in a way where we're held and acknowledged and not alone. So for me, this specific moment is a kind of an invitation into some communal, both quietness, communal holding, communal support, to start to really have those conversations with ourselves. I kind of think about it like something just whispering, just starting to enter into our awareness at that moment, and then having the experience of the Yamim Noraim, the high holidays, to really let things come forward, to give them shape and words, to do that work. And then when Yom Kippur offers us the opportunity to speak aloud with strength and courage. That's a whole piece of a journey that I hope will be weaving together.
I think of this as kind of one of the first places where community starts to gel around this, what Julie just described, this courageous, difficult. It's not like we don't do this work all the time. It's not like we're in a complete state of denial until the high holidays come peeking around the corner, right? We know, but we're by ourselves in that knowing. And I think what happens here is we say, yeah, but you need witnesses and you need comrades and you need critical mass to actually make the change.
So let me ask you, how do drinks factor into the equation? Love to hear more about that.
Listen, it's our sacred inebriant. Hello. Right? I mean, you don't want to just live on Manischewitz alone. Yeah, so I'm a mixologist and I'm also the child of alcoholics. And that's kind of an interesting place to be, because I know that alcohol is a toxin. I've seen what it can do to people. It's not at all pretty or funny. On the other hand, it's also it's Judaism. It's our sacred inebriant. It's what we do to literally lift our heels, right? Is what the rabbis say. Lift our heels, but not turn into a donkey. So it is all about like story and moderation and being self-aware and elevating our bodies through this, kind of mystical, magical elixir. And I think it needs to be approached with respect and joy, because it should make us a little joyful. But you all gave me a major throwdown here because you asked me to design a cocktail for like the one of the least joyful parts of our entire, liturgy here. We're going to be looking at how messed up we are and what we did wrong and all of these bummers, right? So trying to figure out how to create a cocktail that would address the business at hand and what were the core issues that we are grappling with, and to figure out a gastronomic mixological way of throwing that question in front of us in the form of something that can literally imbibe, which is what we do in Judaism all the time anyway, right? We don't just talk about bitterness at Pesach, we eat it. We don't just talk about, fresh, a fresh green new life. We eat it. We don't just talk about tears and sweat. We taste it. So I think this is actually right in line with all of those like big core Jewish practices. So if you want to find out how I solved that or how I decided to do that, yeah, you're just going to have to come.
So in conclusion, everyone, we just want to welcome Julie, beautiful Shlichat Tzibur, leader of Holy Song and Communal Prayer, and Magid, Jhos, singer, a preacher in the very most real sense of the word. And we want to let you know that along with this promotional video, you'll find a link to Jhos's Eli talk, which I highly recommend that you watch, about being a partner with God in creating oneself.